So in today's time, some would say the Bible is for weak men and books are for nerds. What if I told you that Special Forces Commander wrote a text that you just read? Not only that text, but an entire book about his life, how he became a Special Forces operator, and then how he became, I guess you could say, a Special Forces warrior for the Kingdom of Heaven. His name is Jeff Tiegs, and the book's name is Where Have All the Heroes Gone? He became a Delta Force commander, to be specific, and it's an amazing story. You know, in this book, he spins this ballad of both the Bible, his journey into faith, and how we, through our own journey, can become heroes. And I want to share this book with you. Now, so who is this book for? What would you get out of this book? Stay tuned to the end of the video, and I'll let y'all know. So, I got 3 ways that I'm gonna break this book down, and this is gonna be a short video. I got 3 ways I'm gonna break this book down. Those 3 ways are structure, tone, and what does the book leave you with. I feel like those 3 things in a book are pretty much what kind of help a person decide, is this for me? Do I want to read it? So let's start with the structure, right? So the structure, every chapter starts off with a Bible verse. And that Bible verse is kind of linked to, kind of foreshadowing, in a sense, what will go on in the chapter. And the way the chapters are kind of broken down is that you get the Bible verse, and then he'll begin his story, and then he'll begin the Bible story while leaving you on a cliffhanger from his story, and then he'll leave you on a cliffhanger from the Bible story and go back into his story. And it's like, it's this masterfully and witty and very like attention grabbing way of keeping you dialed in to the very end of the chapter, where he concludes and gives you the moral of the chapter. And when you get to that moral, it's like a honed tip from both iron and coal. It gives you this like steel solid moral to take with you after the chapter. And it was an amazing journey for me, from the beginning of the book to the end of the book, to learn his journey, to learn some more details about the journey of different men in the Bible, particularly David, King David, and Jesus Christ himself. So yeah, that's pretty much the structure of the book from the beginning all the way to the end. It's like that same structure, but it doesn't get repetitive. It's continuously fresh, continuously attention grabbing, and continuously good. So next in this lineup, next to those 3 things, is tone, right? So the tone of this book is kind of like reminiscent. It's kind of like, imagine your favorite older mentor, and y'all are sitting down, and he's like reflecting on his own life. But while reflecting on his own life, he's teaching you about the lessons he's learned from that life, But imagine his mentor is being blunt. That's adrenaline-filled moments that dip down into these valleys of pain and even regret that run into a lesson of teaching an important moral pull from the Bible and reinforce with his own experiences. That is the best way I could put the tone of this book. And I tell you, it's like, it's different from anything I've ever read. Not that I've read 1,000, 1,000,000 books, but it's different from anything I've ever read. And like I said, man, it keeps you drawn in the entire time. And the points that he makes are legitimate points. The things that he says are legitimate things. And he even brings up some controversial issues that he had to encounter as a normal day of his job, but as we as people, as citizens, wouldn't understand. And through those controversial issues, he like relates that to what people would experience in the Bible. And if you want a good example, I'll just let you read the book yourself. I do encourage you to get it. But okay, let's move on. So what does this book leave you with? Obviously, I approve of this book. This is not. What does this book leave you with? The feeling I got when I finished this book was strange, like, but in a good way. I finished wishing there were more pages to turn, but I was also empowered by the end of this book. I was encouraged and validated and propelled to overcome difficult challenges and become something effective, something capable, something God-fearing, you know. And this is what I was left with. I can't put it any better than that, you know. This book is amazing, and without kind of hitting at the end or in any way, and without ruining it for you, I mean, that's the best way I can put it. So who is this book for? You know, if you stayed this long, this is probably what you're wondering, who is this book for? If you're someone who always felt like you had a greater purpose in the world but couldn't figure out just what it was, you're someone who wants to seek God and to know Him, and who wants to be like Jesus, in the sense, the Jesus who challenged the ways of this world by not only being a humble, meek man, but he was also strong. He's also enduring. He was also dedicated to his journey. And I feel like even though Jesus was a man, this story can apply to anybody, woman or man. And if you're someone who wants to be like I said, who wants to be like Jesus, the man who challenged hell itself, challenged the grave, came out victorious. You know, and I'll leave you with this. If you know you're someone who has giants to slay, who have lions to overcome, who have bears to destroy, then this book is for you. If you want somebody who you can look at who isn't necessarily in the Bible, if you want somebody you can look at who is a fellow human being in today's time, this book is for you. He's an exemplary example of common man overcoming monumental obstacles, or monumental, I guess you could say, mountains, you know. And you know, he even goes and discusses his pitfalls. He discusses the things he thought he did were great, and he discusses the feelings in between. And to hear this from a hardened, military-minded individual, to see him humbly and submissively reverence the Bible and tie it in with his own story, I feel like I've experienced a masterpiece. And so yeah, man, that's the book review. It's not my normal, it's not my normal form of content, but we just had this giant snowstorm, and I'm not making excuses by any means, but I just didn't have, I worked an overtime shift. We had this giant snowstorm. Just didn't have any time to just get out and go fishing or do anything camping wise. But I do have some interesting content coming. I've got a lot of stuff planned, me and my wife, and I'm excited to get it up for y'all. But just stay tuned. If you want to see the interesting content, hit that subscribe bell and come back, man, because I got y'all. I promise. So hey, look, stay safe, stay prayed up, and do something hard today. I love y'all. Peace.